I'll run anywhere. You'll never see or hear from me again. Please, just don't hurt my baby. Has to go.
Mommy!
Calm down. Thank you, Luna, for taking such good care of him. Hello?
Are we going to discuss my project by shouting at each other from across the room? Or are you going to join me?
What?
And as for you, that's no little problem. If you let it fester, it could cause further complications a simple cream can't fix.
I wish you can have a girlfriend so you can meet Mommy and she could be your girlfriend.
You don't have a dad?
I have a daddy, but my daddy and Mommy don't live together.
I see.
Mine works hard and she comes to see me every day. She's the best.
Yeah, with that little man you've been hanging out with. Woo! Hey! Open up! Everybody stop! Everybody
You won't ever say a disrespectful word to her. The privilege to judge her in any regard, good or bad, is mine and mine alone.
You're going to get so screwed, Blaine. It's just a matter of the hospital committee getting wind of your actions.
Blaine still had Warner pinned down, but Jose and David intervened and pulled him off. Everyone was pretty drunk except Ramona. She supported Jose and Blaine as they left the bar. Zoey noticed her struggling and rushed over to help. Are they all right?
Yeah, they'll be fine. Minus the killer headaches they're going to wake up with. Jokes apart, Zoey. I'll have to trouble you to take Dr. Dexter home. I'll handle Jose.
No problem. I'll get him home safely.
Thanks. I can rest easy now.
Ramona handed Blaine over to Zoey, who leaned against her. She noticed Blaine's injured hand. How did he hurt his hand?
After you left, he beat up the guy who kept asking you to drink.
Ramona shared the details of the fight, and Zoey listened to her intently, shocked by the lengths Blaine had gone for her.
And then Dr. Dexter said,
You can be rude to any woman, but you can't be rude to her. Only I get to look at her. Forget about looking down on her.
Did he really say that?
Yes. Dr. Warner will be taking a sick leave tomorrow for sure.
Zoe's eyes welled up. Ramona left, and Zoey supported Blaine to the curb, hailing a taxi. Blaine, roused by the cool wind, opened his eyes. After a moment, he recognized Zoey and rudely pushed her away.
How dare you touch me, you cheat.
What did you say?
I said what you heard. You are a cheat.
I have never cheated on you.
You cheated on me when you left me alone. I was waiting for you.
Blaine turned around and walked towards the parking lot. Zoey caught up to Blaine, concerned. Blaine, you're drunk. You cannot drive.
Get lost.
You drank too much, Blaine. Stop messing around. Blaine attempted to unlock his car, but Zoey snatched and hid the keys behind her back.
Zoey, give back my car keys.
No, you're too drunk to drive. It's not safe.
Don't worry. Even if I crash, it won't be your fault.
Zoey, hurt but determined, decided to take matters into her own hands. She rushed over, wrapped her arms around Blaine, and struggled to pull him towards the street. Are you trying to make me suffer? It's 4 a.m. and I have to work at 8. Blaine, please, I'm tired.
How can Matthew let you live like this?
Zoe's grip on Blaine loosened, a numbness creeping into her. Blaine stiffened, realizing he had gone too far despite being drunk. He quietly got into the car, not meeting Zoe's eyes until they reached his house. The moment Zoey put him on the sofa, he passed out. She rushed to the medicine cabinet, took out a cream, and sat beside him, applying ointment to his swollen knuckles. Dr. Dexter, what am I going to do with you? Zoey blew on his sore hand, unaware that Blaine was now awake watching her. Blaine's dangerous gaze narrowed as he observed Zoe's gentle care.
Zoey.
You're awake?
Don't touch me.
Blaine abruptly withdrew his hand. He got up, went to the kitchen, and grabbed an energy drink from the refrigerator. But Zoey snatched the drink. Blaine, are you crazy? You've already drank too much. You need to drink water, not this.
Give it back to me.
No. As Zoey turned to pour the drink down the sink, she felt a strong arm snake around her waist, pushing her against the counter. What do you want? Blaine's breath was warm as he whispered into her ear.
You.
Blaine turned her around, and Zoey was stunned at the desperate adoration in his dark eyes. She remembered that look. Blaine leaned over, his lips just stopping right before hers, waiting. And just like that, something came over her. She stood up on her toes, crossing the distance. Blaine responded with a passionate kiss.
Zoey, do you know how much I hate you? You owe me this after what you put me through.
He began to lift Zoe's shirt when reality hit Zoe. She tried to push him away, but Blaine overpowered her, pinning her hands above her head.
Was it worth it, Zoe? Was it worth marrying Matthew?
Leave me, Blaine. Please. Zoe started crying uncontrollably, and Blaine let her go. She didn't even look back and left the apartment. Zoe expected Blaine to call her or to run into her at the hospital, but there was no sign of him. A few days passed. Zoe was working an overnight shift at the Enclave when Jose walked in.
6 dozen bottles of the best wine, please.
Dr. Ramirez, expecting a party tonight?
Call me Jose, Zoe. And no guests this time. Just me.
Sure, but all this wine for yourself?
I like to be prepared. Can you store them for me?
Of course. The next night, David, another doctor, entered the bar and ordered the same excessive amount. This pattern repeated for 2 weeks, and Zoe started growing suspicious. One night, Blaine's intern Ramona entered the bar. Hi, Ramona. Planning a party?
No, it's for the staff.
Zoe gave a piercing look to Ramona. But you haven't even ordered yet.
Oh, yes, my bad. I need 6.
What's really going on?
Nothing's going on. We just, really like wine.
And what else aren't you telling me, Ramona? Ramona dismissed Zoe's suspicions, attempting to pay for the wine. Wait and save your money tonight. Once the stored bottles are gone, you can buy the next round.
Thank you, Zoe. That's very nice of you.
Zoe smiled suspiciously, but did not drag the matter ahead. She left the VIP room and went to the bathroom, where she surprisingly heard Ramona's voice from the next bathroom stall talking on the phone.
Dr. Dexter, I couldn't buy wine from Zoe. She wouldn't sell me any. I'm sorry.
Zoe didn't move an inch and listened silently to Ramona and Blaine's conversation.
Thank you for understanding, Dr. Dexter. You're the best. See you in the morning.
Blaine. My grumpy guardian angel. The creaking sound of the door signaled Ramona's exit. Taking a deep breath, Zoe composed herself and headed back to work. The next night, Zoe, returning from work, bumped into Blaine in the hallway on her way to Max's room. Dr. Dexter, I want to talk to you.
We have nothing to say to each other.
Why has everyone in your department been buying wine from me? Dr. Dexter, I don't understand why you did this, but I'm grateful. But I don't want to be indebted to you.
Do you remember our kiss from the other night?
I remember, but we don't need to discuss it.
How much is the commission on those wines? Enough compensation for that kiss, I assume.
What does that mean?
You don't understand. Do I need to explain myself more clearly?
You told your colleagues to buy wine from me just to insult and degrade me? I don't want your money, and you certainly don't owe me for any services rendered.
Since you're so proud, you can reject the money. No one's forcing you to take it.
Zoe glared at Blaine as he ignored her and walked away, prompting Zoe to confront him once again. Since Dr. Dexter is so generous, there's no need for me to pretend to be noble. Getting paid is more practical than giving it away for free, right? At least this way I got something pleasurable out of the experience. Blaine didn't react and continued to walk away. Zoe, right now Max needs chemotherapy more than you need your dignity. Zoe was suddenly snapped out of her thoughts by a man in a hospital gown running towards Blaine with a bottle of liquid.
You rascal! I will use this sulfuric acid to ruin your face just like you ruined my life!
Blaine, look out! Zoe ran towards Blaine to save him. What drove that man to attack Blaine? Will Zoe be able to save Blaine from the attack? Or will her actions have severe consequences for her? To find out what happens next, download the Pocket FM app. Blaine, look out!
I'm going to make your life miserable!
The patient threw the liquid directly at Blaine, but Zoe dived in and pushed him out of the way. The acid splashed across Zoe's face. She screamed in agony as her eyes started burning and tears started gushing out.
Zoe!
Blaine started punching the attacker and shouting in anger.
What did you throw at her?
Blaine, my eyes hurt.
Blaine's focus shifted to Zoe. He rushed to her and picked her in his arms.
I'm here, Zoe. I will not let anything happen to you.
Blaine ran towards the emergency room. Typically calm in danger, he was panicking for the first time. Zoe was being attended to by nurses when a doctor approached Blaine.
She's very lucky that it was a false alarm.
The liquid was just some chili pepper concoction.
Are you sure it was just a false alarm? That guy looked serious, and Zoe's eyes are swollen and red.
I won't dare to joke with you, Dr. Dexter. Everything is fine. She just needs to take some rest.
After hearing that it was a false alarm, Blaine was relieved, but still concerned. He rushed to Zoey.
You'll be fine soon.
My eyes still burn. Who was the patient? Did you know him?
Not yet. But he will get my appointment soon, and I will make his life a living...
Before Blaine could complete, Dr. Melanie Green entered the emergency room.
I heard your friend was splashed with some chili pepper liquid. How's the situation?
She will be fine soon. Who are you?
I'm Dr. Melanie Green, a psychiatrist. The man who created this mess is one of our patients here.
Are you running a psychiatric department or a hanging garden? How did he leave undetected?
Today's incident was indeed an oversight on our part, but please forgive that patient. His wife cheated and left him for another man, causing him to have a mental breakdown. Now all handsome men trigger him, and when he sees one, he loses his control.
I punched a patient. This is not good. Is he alright?
The patient will be fine. He has a broken nose, but the rest of his injuries are minor.
Dr. Green took a leave. Blaine stood by Zoe's bed, softly touching her face.
Dr. Dexter, if you want to thank me now, I will gladly accept it.
Stop protecting me. If you let this happen for the third time, I won't let you off so easily. I can take care of you myself. What if it really had been sulfuric acid? Do you understand the consequences?
I did what I had to do.
Are you an idiot?
What about you? Trying to save lives every day? Are you an idiot?
Zoe tried her best to defend her actions, but Blaine just looked coldly at Zoe.
Your eyes look better.
Yeah, I feel much better.
Get up and follow me.
What? Where are we going?
Blaine ignored her and walked out of the room, and Zoe followed him. They entered his department's office, where he insisted on giving her an eye ointment.
Give me a second. I'm going to change my clothes.
Blaine headed into the locker room. As Zoe waited awkwardly on the sofa, the office door flung open, and Jose burst in with excitement.
Dr. Dexter, I heard you're getting married. Is that true? Oh. Hi, Zoe. I heard about the incident. I didn't know you were here.
Jose, are you here to take over?
Yes. How is she feeling now?
She's fine. You arrived at the right time. I'm leaving now because I have plans later with my fiancé.
He's really going to get married.
Here, apply this twice a day, and your eyes will be back to normal in a week.
Thank you. I'll be leaving now.
Where are you going? I'll give you a lift.
No need. I'll go by myself.
Fine. Bye.
Blaine left the office, leaving Zoe emotional. She turned to Jose, who was looking at her with a heavy heart.
Goodbye, Jose.
Take care, Zoe.
Zoe left the office quickly, feeling the weight of her emotions. Outside the hospital, Zoe was surprised to find Blaine's car waiting.
Get in. You can't drive home with your eyes like that. I ignored you earlier because I didn't want Jose to get the wrong idea.
Zoe, filled with her complicated feelings, didn't utter a single word as she got into the car. As Blaine drove, Zoe stared blankly out of the window, trying to ignore the emotional void she felt.
What time do you get off work?
5 o'clock.
No, I mean from the bar.
His voice was a little soft, leaving Zoe wondering about his sudden interest. She hesitated, but answered truthfully.
3 in the morning?
Do you really need money that badly?
Zoe, feeling uncomfortable, dodged the question, but Blaine was persistent.
How can Matthew let you work there? Why can't you take money from him?
I can't ask him for more. I've already spent too much of his money.
What do you need so much money for?
Zoe hesitated, feeling guilty, but before she could answer, Blaine dismissed the topic.
Forget it. I'm not interested in knowing about you anyway.
The car fell into silence, but Blaine couldn't contain himself and spoke his heart out.
You're his wife. He should share this burden with you. You don't have to force yourself to live like this. And Matthew doesn't want to give it to you. I can lend it to you.
Zoe couldn't control her tears any longer. The car stopped at a red light. Blaine handed her a tissue.
Zoe, don't cry. I don't like it, and it makes you look even worse than you already do.
Just shut your mouth and drive.
Blaine resumed driving. Zoe directed him to stop at the end of her street and unbuckled her seatbelt.
Are you sure you don't want me to drop you off in front of your house?
No, there's no need. I'm good here.
Zoe didn't want Ziva to see Blaine dropping her off, But Blaine thought Zoey did not want Matthew to see them together, so he didn't press any further and let her go.
If you feel any discomfort, come to the hospital.
Yeah, thanks again for the ride.
Zoey turned away, took a few steps, and then abruptly turned back. Blaine watched her from inside the car.
Congratulations on your marriage.
You came back just to say these irrelevant words to me?
You better cherish your fate with Sophia. Meeting the one you will spend the rest of your life with is a blessing.
Zoey maintained a sincere smile, but tears streamed down her face as she left. Blaine got out of the car.
Zoey, stop.
Wiping her tears, she turned. Blaine took out the Heart of the Sea necklace from his pocket.
Your necklace. Do you still want it?
Zoey looked at the necklace for a moment and turned. Blaine pushed aside her hair and made her wear the necklace.
Thank you, Blaine.
The following morning, Zoey, carrying a plate of cookies and a big smile, walked into the hematology department to meet Matthew. However, her cheerful smile disappeared instantly when she laid eyes on Blaine in his office. Why was Blaine in Matthew's cabin? Will he get to know the truth about Zoey and Matthew's relationship? Will his presence create tension between Zoey and Matthew?
Matthew, guess what? I brought some cookies.
Zoey walked into the hematology department to meet Matthew. However, her cheerful smile disappeared instantly when she laid eyes on Blaine in his office. He seemed unfazed, not bothering to acknowledge her presence.
Zoey, why are you here?
I thought I'd drop in with some homemade cookies. I thought you might want to take a break.
Zoey smiled awkwardly, placing the tin of cookies on Matthew's desk. He understood her real concern for Max, but didn't dive into probing questions.
Well, then let's try these cookies you made, shall we?
Yeah, please. Help yourself.
Matthew extended the tin of cookies to Blaine, but he politely declined.
No, it's fine. I was just here for the blood test reports.
Your results are good. Just rest more during the day.
Blaine smiled distantly and left. Zoey sighed in relief after Blaine left, sitting slowly on the sofa, but her eyes were on the door.
What is it? Are you jealous?
No, of course not. I have no reason to be jealous.
Yeah, but he's getting married.
I am fine.
That night, Zoey wanted to be with Max, especially because he was fighting the tough side effects of his chemotherapy.
Mommy, I'm sleepy.
Zoey held back tears, climbing onto the bed to comfort Max.
Hey, baby. Close your eyes and sleep. Mommy's right here keeping an eye on you.
After Max fell asleep, Matthew met Zoey to discuss Max's critical condition.
Zoey, I gotta tell you something about Max's current situation, and you need to prepare yourself for what I'm about to tell you.
The conversation got serious, leaving Zoey anticipating difficult news.
Be mentally prepared? What does that mean?
Zoey, this round of chemotherapy didn't work for Max.
Matthew.
We tried, but I have to tell you honestly that after a few tries, it might stop doing the trick and could even lead to more problems.
But there has to be some solution.
We thought Max had typical side effects, but the test results today were completely unexpected. The chemo messed up his liver.
Desperate to hold back her emotions, Zoey trembled. Matthew could hardly continue as his voice strained.
Zoey, let it out. Cry if you need to.
Zoey's grief was beyond tears. She closed her eyes, laying her head on Matthew's shoulder. At the end of the corridor, Blaine was silently observing the heartbreaking scene. He clenched his fists, turned around, and walked away.
I need to make a payment to the hospital tomorrow. How will I pay? Oh my God. They'll refuse to treat my baby.
Zoey was on the edge of collapsing. She wrestled with the suffocating anxiety.
Blaine, he offered to lend me money. He's Max's father. It's only natural to ask for his help. What other choice do I have?
Zoey grabbed her purse and car keys and hurried out.
Zoey! Where are you going?
I have to go. I have to go, Matthew.
She reached outside Blaine's building, took a deep breath, and called him. Blaine's phone rang, and after a few moments, he answered in a stony silence.
It's me.
Blaine remained silent, challenging Zoey to speak again.
Do you have time right now? I want to talk to you.
Talk? Seriously? What's there to talk about, huh? How you ghosted me and left me hanging in total agony.
Zoey braced herself for a difficult conversation and somehow gathered the courage to speak.
No, I didn't mean it like that. I know you don't want to see me, but I hope you can help me with something. I'll wait for you downstairs.
Come up.
Blaine abruptly hung up, leaving Zoey stunned. She rushed inside, taking the elevator to the 20th floor. She entered his penthouse, where she found him waiting for her on the sofa. She took a seat opposite him.
Blaine, I've got a favor to ask. I kinda need to borrow 50 grand.
Borrow money? Zoey, I didn't hear you wrong, did I?
Sorry. I'm only asking because I'm out of time. I promise I'll pay you back.
Blaine rose and headed to the kitchen, opening a beer and keeping his gaze fixed on her.
If there's a problem, don't find your husband. Instead, come to your rich ex-boyfriend. What are you planning?
I just need help. You were misunderstanding.
Then what's this about? You didn't have enough fun 4 years ago?
Blaine, please forget I was ever here.
Zoey, realizing the misunderstanding, tried to leave, but Blaine blocked her path.
You came here to use me again, didn't you? You're not satisfied with the damage you caused me back then?
I didn't come here with any wrong motives. Blaine, you were the one who said I could borrow money from you.
My initial offer stands canceled. I'm no longer willing to lend it to you now. Do you understand?
Blaine's anger had grown from witnessing Zoey and Matthew together. Zoey turned to leave with a heavy heart when Blaine again blocked Zoey from leaving.
Please let me leave.
What I hate the most is that whenever I try to put you out of my mind, you reappear. You're the ghost who haunts me wherever I go.
Sorry, Dr. Dexter. I will never approach you again. Even if we accidentally cross paths, I will treat you as a stranger. I shouldn't have come here today.
I don't have that much cash on me right now. Come back tomorrow night to get it.
No need.
Zoey hurriedly exited Blaine's penthouse. Watching the elevator doors close, Zoey's promise of never seeing him again echoed in his mind. The next day, Zoey received a hospital invoice, adding to her stress.
Mommy, I'm a little homesick. I miss Grandma. I want to go home.
Max, you were worried about staying in the hospital?
Max fell silent, prompting Zoey to reassure him.
Silly boy. Don't let your thoughts run wild. Mommy will manage everything, okay?
Max looked at Zoey with teary eyes, questioning his place.
Mommy, am I a burden?
Zoey, on the verge of tears, comforted her son.
Max, Mommy forbids you to say such things. You're Mommy's little son. Without you, Mommy's life would never have sunshine again. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Mommy, I heard what Uncle Matthew said to you.
Uncle Matthew only said you had hepatitis. He didn't say he couldn't cure it. Do you understand?
So, will I get better, Mommy? Then I can play soccer also, right?
Zoey hugged Max tightly. Tears were streaming down her face.
Yes, of course you can, Maxie. And Mommy will play with you.
At that moment, Zoey knew exactly what she had to do. She took off her necklace, looked at it for a while, and then ignited the engine and drove to a pawn shop.
Sir, I have something I would like to show you.
Zoey's desperate need for money made her take the toughest decision of her life. Will her decision to pawn the necklace have unforeseen consequences on her journey to save Max? Will Blaine get to know of it? How will he react?
Hey, Mr. Moretti. I have got something I need you to check out. Zoey took a deep breath and handed over the heart of the sea to the pawn shop owner, Mr. Moretti. Could you take a look and tell me what it's worth to you?
Well, well. What do we have here?
Moretti took a closer look at the treasure in his hand before giving Zoey a side eye like he was smelling something fishy. Don't give me that suspicious look, Mr. Moretti. It's real. A friend gave it to me, and I can't afford to keep it.
Seems like it's the real deal. Sorry about the doubt. I'll buy it.
Great. So, what's it worth?
Miss, you struck gold. How about $100,000?
$100,000?
Yep, and I'll even toss in an extra 10 grand.
Then I don't want to sell it. I just need 50 grand for a medical emergency.
Okay, here's the deal. 50 grand today, you return with $55,000 in a month, and you get your necklace back.
Okay. One more thing, Mr. Moretti. Add a clause. If my necklace ain't here in a month, you owe me $100,000. Mr. Moretti raised an eyebrow.
Insurance, huh? You drive a hard bargain, miss.
Gotta make sure it comes home safe. Deal?
Deal. Let's get that paperwork rolling.
Great, Mr. Moretti, thank you. Thank you. Mr. Moretti got the papers ready quickly. Zoey hesitated when signing the contract, but she eventually did. Remember, don't sell it to anyone else this month. Got it?
Got it. We're good.
The moment Zoey exited, she touched her bare neck with a sense of emptiness. Little did she know her troubles were just getting started as Sophia and her friend Connie entered the same pawn shop.
Connie, I don't get why you like places like this. Used stuff?
It's about the hunt, Sophia. Finding rare treasures. These are antiques, not junk.
My favorite customer is here.
Oh, hi, Mr. Moretti. Do you have something new for me? Something antique?
Moretti showed her some collectible items, but Connie wanted something unique. Sophia sat in the chair, flipping through an ancient book.
Actually, I have something. One of a kind just came in.
Moretti returned with a delicate box unveiling the heart of the sea.
Is that the heart of the sea?
It can't be. Are you out of your mind, Moretti? How can it be here? Who sold it to you?
Zoe's the name. But she didn't sell it to me. Got it locked in a contract for a month.
Well, then there is no point of...
$300,000 for the heart of the sea.
What?
What did you say? That's...
Sophia, are you out of your mind?
My mind is in the best shape ever, and your ears too, Mr. Moretti. I will pay $300,000 for this necklace. Do we have a deal?
Mr. Moretti was stunned hearing that amount for the heart of the sea, but Sophia was determined.
Miss Quincy, this is not ethical for me. How can I...
$500,000.
Well now, how can I say no? Done. It's a deal.
I'm sure you can handle her when... What was her name? Oh yes, Zoey returns for it. But I need a complimentary favor with this necklace.
Name it, Miss Quincy. Anything.
When Zoey comes in for her necklace, tell her it was a doctor who snagged it. Keep it low-key, you know?
Absolutely, Miss Quincy. Doctor it is.
Sophia smiled, steering Connie out of the shop. Later in the night, Zoey, exhausted from her shift, walked down the hospital corridor when she saw Blaine rushing into a room. He bent over a patient named Mr. Wilson, trying to get a response.
Nurse!
Blaine glanced in the corridor where he found Zoey.
Come in, help me.
Me? Is that even allowed?
Yes, you can help. Now move.
Blaine rushed back into the room. He ordered Zoey to bring a trash can and water basin. What are you going to do?
He's taking a bunch of sleeping pills. Gotta make him vomit and pump his stomach.
Blaine put his hand into the patient's mouth without hesitation. Zoey watched him anxiously. Grimacing in pain, he continued. Blood came out from his bitten finger. Sir, you must relax. The doctor's helping you.
Get out of the way, or he'll vomit all over you.
Zoey stepped aside as the patient vomited into the trash can.
Thanks for your help. Now you can leave.
Zoey left the room without uttering a single word. After an hour, Zoey entered Blaine's office with medicine. Blaine, casually dressed, exited the locker room, toweling his wet hair.
Wipe the drool off of your chin, Zoey.
Blaine threw his towel to her. Never met such a narcissistic man before. Zoey tossed the medicine on the table. Ointment. Remember to put it on.
No need. Just a little bite.
Zoey stepped forward, took his hand, and applied the ointment to it. Today deepened my understanding of you.
What do you mean?
You, in that treatment room. That's the real Dr. Dexter. Nobler than the one in the coat. Blaine was speechless. Zoey finished applying the ointment, and Blaine handed her an envelope. This...
$50,000. It's for you.
Zoey was stunned, but she quickly refused Blaine's envelope. There's no need, Blaine. I've got the money covered.
Covered? Where did you get the money from?
That's personal, Blaine. I appreciate your offer. I should leave now. Zoey grabbed her purse, ready to leave, when Blaine suddenly yelled at her furiously.
Where's the necklace? What did you do with the heart of the sea?
Zoey was frozen hearing this. Her expression revealed guilt.
I asked you something, Zoey. Where the hell did you lose it this time?
Zoey took a deep breath, ready to confess. I sold it. Blaine's eyes widened in disbelief and his grip tightened.
You what? Just for this? For $50,000?
To you, it's a small amount. To me, not that easy.
Is money that tight? Or was the necklace only worth $50,000 in your heart?
If I say $50,000 was more important, would you forgive me?
Forgive you? You're a hypocrite. You said that necklace held memories, but it's all a lie.
I'll redeem it within a month.
Get out.
Believe me, Blaine, you have no idea what I am going through.
I said get out!
Zoey turned to leave, but Blaine grabbed her arm.
Which pawn shop?
Moretti's pawn shop.
Well done.
Blaine loosened his grip, letting her leave. He drove to the pawn shop, anger burning inside of him. He entered the pawn shop, glancing around, and spotted Moretti behind the counter.
I'm here to buy a specific item. A necklace. Heart of the Sea.
Heart of the Sea, huh? That's a rare piece, my friend. Are you sure you can afford it?
I can afford this filthy shop, you idiot. Where's the necklace?
Can you pay more than $500,000?
I will give you $1 million. Bring it.
Huh? I sold it to someone.
Who bought it?
She was a fine lady. That's all I can remember about her.
Blaine's fist tightened, realizing the Heart of the Sea slipped away. Losing the necklace felt like losing Zoey all over again. A few days passed, and Zoey met Sophia at a downtown coffee shop to discuss design revisions. Sophia praised Zoey's work, but the moment suddenly turned into a nightmare for her. Sophia, your necklace. Is it? Zoey's heart skipped a beat the moment she saw the Heart of the Sea around Sophia's neck. Will Sophia present it as a gift by Blaine? How will Blaine react when he finds out Sophia now possesses the Heart of the Sea? What's the real reason behind Sophia's sudden interest in the Heart of the Sea?
Sophia, your necklace. Is it?
Zoey's heart skipped a beat the moment she saw the Heart of the Sea around Sophia's neck.
Oh, the Heart of the Sea? Must be fate. Blaine gave it to me.
Blaine gave it to you?
Yep, he found it at a small pawn shop. I think it's called Moretti's or something like that. Blaine gave it to me as a wedding present. Isn't it amazing?
Yes, it is.
Zoey got up hastily, packing her belongings and feeling distressed.
Zoey, what's wrong? Was it something I said?
No, I've got to run. Take a look at these blueprints for me, okay? If you see anything that needs tweaking, just shoot me a text. Really sorry about this.
Zoey rushed out, heading straight to Moretti's pawn shop.
You sneaky cheat. Where is my necklace?
It hasn't even been a month. Why are you here? I mean...
Show me the Heart of the Sea.
I'm sorry about this, Miss Fuller. So, according to our agreement, I owe you $100,000.
I don't want money. I want my necklace. Who did you sell it to?
That necklace was bought by a rich man, a doctor, I think. Your necklace is gone.
Zoey couldn't believe what she had heard. Moretti handed the compensation check to her.
I was a fool for trusting you, you greedy pig.
She grabbed the check and stormed out, slamming the door behind her. The moment she got out, she called Blaine in frustration.
Who is it?
Blaine, how could you be so cruel?
Zoey, are you nuts? I was sleeping. Why do you have to disturb me all the time?
He threw the phone, dismissing her angrily. Zoey took a cab straight to Blaine's penthouse. She furiously entered, storming through the bedroom door without knocking.
Blaine!
Blaine was still in bed under the blanket. Zoey stood near him, visibly furious.
I know you're awake. Stop pretending.
Blaine stirred, turned over, and revealed his irritated, sleepy face.
Why are you making trouble so early in the morning? Let me sleep.
It's already noon, and how could you give the Heart of the Sea to Sophia?
I don't know what you're talking about.
He stood up, revealing his bare upper body. Zoey felt embarrassed and turned away.
What are you doing?
Getting dressed.
I had an appointment with your girlfriend to look at the blueprints this morning.
My fiancé.
Whatever. I saw her wearing that necklace.
So what?
Couldn't you give her some other wedding present? Have you ever thought about how your fiancé will feel if she finds out her wedding present was a regift?
Who told you that necklace was from me?
She said so herself.
Zoey, are you joking? Why don't you first explain to me why you sold the necklace in the first place?
I didn't sell it,
Oh, I remember. I met a poor pawn shop owner and helped him earn millions. Now don't stand here like I will give you a Nobel Prize for this. Just leave.
Zoey, upset, stood nervously in front of Blaine. She pulled out the check from her purse.
Blaine, here's $100,000. Can I trouble you to buy that necklace back?
Where did you get that money from?
Mr. Moretti gave it to me as compensation. I know it's not the full amount, but please, sell the necklace back to me.
Didn't you say you were short on money? If you have this huge amount, why not just take the money and run?
Zoey sat beside him, placing the check on the coffee table.
This is different. I needed money, but I never intended to get it this way. I was always planning to go back and get it.
Want it back so that you can sell it for an even higher price?
Blaine, do you really think I'm the kind of person who would do anything to get rich?
Is my opinion of you really important?
I'll leave you to decide.
Suddenly, Blaine grabbed her chin, forcing her to look at him. Before she could react, Blaine kissed her. After a passionate kiss, Blaine suddenly moved away, leaving Zoey breathless.
Blaine, please, we can't.
Blaine grabbed her chin, kissing her again. Zoey's hands gripped the sofa cushion as they shared a moment of undeniable desire.
Zoey, do you really think I would give my ex-girlfriend's necklace to my future wife? I've already purchased her a wedding present. I don't know how she got the necklace.
Why didn't you deny it then?
Did I ever actually say the necklace was for me?
No, but you also didn't deny it.
Take the money.
No, I can't. I just want my necklace back.
I have no reason to help you get it back.
Zoey, feeling the weight of her emotions, decided to leave. She grabbed her purse and walked towards the elevator. Blaine stopped her and handed her the check.
Take this and quit your job at Enclave Bar.
Zoey kept her head low, entered the elevator, and left. The next morning, Blaine finished checking Mr. Wilson's vitals as the grateful man sat up.
How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling better, Dr. Dexter. Thank you so much again.
No need to thank me, Mr. Wilson. I was just doing my job.
Oh, I meant to ask you, who was the woman that helped you that night? She didn't look like a nurse to me.
Oh, she's just a friend of mine.
Just a friend or a girlfriend?
She's not my girlfriend.
Then go for her, man. A match made in heaven, if you ask me.
Mr. Wilson grabbed a bag of fruit and handed it to Blaine.
This fruit isn't for you to eat alone. Share it with that beautiful lady. Score some points.
Blaine took the bag and Wilson left. Later that evening, Blaine took Sophia to an elegant French bistro.
Blaine, this place is amazing. You always know what I like.
Blaine smiled faintly. His eyes were fixed on the necklace around Sophia's neck.
Sophia, what's up with that necklace?
How does it look? Found it in a little shop this week.
Doesn't suit you.
Sophia's smile vanished as Blaine pulled out a check.
It's very rude of you to say that, Blaine.
Sell me the necklace. $1 million.
What are you buying it for?
Doesn't belong to you. It's about my past.
Is this really about your past?
Yes. Let's not go there, Sophia.
Why do you care so much about an ex-girlfriend's gift?
I wish to resolve my past. Take it off, Sophia. Don't use my history for your present.
I'm your fiancé.
Doesn't make it right. Now take it off.
Sophia, tearful, removed the necklace and rushed out of the cafe. Filled with retaliation, she wiped her tears and made a call.
I'm sending you an address.
Sophia, driven by anger, planned to take her revenge. Who did she call? Will Blaine's decisions about the Heart of the Sea necklace come back to haunt him? How will Blaine's relationship with Sophia change after the confrontation? Why am I here? Zoey had received a call from Sophia the previous day to meet and discuss a few designs. But when she arrived, she couldn't understand why Sophia had suggested meeting at a bridal store. Zoey went to confirm with the receptionist. Hi, I'm here to meet Miss Sophia, but suddenly, Zoey spotted Blaine dressed in a wedding tuxedo, staring at her blankly. Sophia was standing next to him wearing bridal attire.
Zoey, over here!
Hi, Sophia. You look lovely.
Oh, thank you, Zoey. And thank you for making it today.
If you're busy, we can discuss the designs some other time.
Don't worry about it, Zoey. I'm a master multitasker. I'm just so busy right now with all the last-minute wedding preparations, you know. And this was the only time I had to meet with you. Don't worry, we're almost done.
All right. I'll be right here. Zoey sat there, pretending to focus on a wedding magazine while Sophia went to the changing room. Blaine was taking the tuxedo off, but his gaze had not shifted from Zoey. Unable to bear it any longer, Zoey stood up and walked over to Blaine. Now listen to me. I don't want Sophia to misunderstand anything. In the future, Dr. Dexter, we cannot meet again in private.
Then you will have to control yourself and not provoke me again.
Look, I'm not the one to fuss about these matters. Do me a favor and please ask your fiancé to meet me at a more professional place next time.
You can leave if you want.
Blaine's eyes stared deeply at Zoey, and she saw a hint of sadness in his eyes. But before she could react, Blaine dropped a bomb.
But before you go, you should know this. I've got rid of the heart of the sea, which means I have let go of the past. So you better stay out of my life.
Zoe's heart turned to ice as Blaine stormed out of the store. Overwhelmed by emotion, she couldn't contain herself and hastily fled the scene as well. Sophia was observing all of this from the changing room with a cunning smile.
I mean, this patient is not just any patient. He's an HIV-positive patient. The surgery is tricky with only a 50% chance of success. And even if he survives, he'll still be at risk of contracting AIDS and dying.
I don't agree with you, Dr. Warner. Being HIV positive is not the immediate death sentence it once was. But without brain surgery, this man's life will be over. Therefore, I'm in favor of conducting the operation and I volunteer to do it myself.
I will assist you, Dr. Dexter.
After the meeting, the news reached Ramona and she rushed to find Jose.
Jose, is there no way to persuade Dr. Dexter not to operate? This is very risky.
Ramona, you know very well what he's like. Dr. Dexter has made up his mind, and no one can change it.
You are not understanding. You guys can die because of this.
I'm only assisting, so my chances of getting the infection are even lower. Still, there is a chance, so I'd be lying if I said I'm not scared.
Then why did you volunteer, you idiot?
Someone has to be there for Dr. Dexter. He is the one putting his life in danger for that patient.
Ramona felt the weight of Jose's concern, but couldn't respond. The next day, she spotted Zoey in the hospital hallway and rushed to her. Zoey noticed the worry on Ramona's face.
What's going on, Ramona? All good?
I wish I could tell you I was good, but I'm not. Dr. Dexter is putting himself in danger, and I fear that only you can stop him, Zoey.
What do you mean?
Dr. Dexter is insisting on performing brain surgery on an HIV-positive patient. If he suffers even the smallest wound while operating, he will be exposed to the virus. But, Zoey, he listens to you.
Zoey's eyes widened with concern as she absorbed the situation. But recalling the night Blaine saved the other patient, she expressed her belief in his decision.
I believe you will come to agree with him when you see him at the operating table. Also, he never listens to me, and I have nothing to do with him anymore, so he won't listen to anything I say anyway.
Zoey turned and left with her fingers crossed. Blaine began the surgery at 11 in the morning. The clock ticked and everyone nervously watched for over 5 hours, hoping for a successful conclusion. As the last portion of the tumor was removed, everyone breathed a sigh of relief.
And now, just the last thing to do.
Blaine took the needle and thread and began to sew up the patient. Jose and David watched nervously as he worked when suddenly, the nurse dropped a tray which diverted Dr. Blaine and a crisis emerged.
Damn it. Dr. Dexter, look at your finger. It's bleeding.
What are you panicking for? We have protocols for this. Our first concern is the patient. The operation is almost through.
Dr. Dexter, hurry up and leave the patient. Let me do it.
No, step away. My hand has already been pierced. Let me finish the stitching.
Blaine completed the surgery successfully, and after the operation, he had his blood drawn for an HIV test. Despite taking all precautions, Blaine was asked to take time off until the results came in. The news spread like wildfire. The moment Zoey heard about it, her heart skipped a beat. She rushed to Blaine's apartment and stood in the lobby.
Miss, are you looking for Dr. Dexter?
Yes, is he home? I need to see him. Please let me in.
He's here, but no one is allowed to meet him. It's a strict order, ma'am.
Zoey, without thinking, pushed the guard and pressed the buzzer for Blaine's penthouse. When there was no response, she panicked and pressed the buzzer repeatedly. Is he really home? No one is answering the bell.
Ma'am, please leave. You're disturbing him. He needs to sleep.
Zoey got more anxious, pressing the buzzer persistently. Suddenly, her phone rang. It was Blaine calling. Blaine, is that you? Are you there?
Zoey, for God's sake, stop pressing the buzzer. You're giving me a headache.
I'll stop pressing it only when you open the door for me.
Then keep playing with it.
Blaine hung up on her. Zoey called him back, but he turned off his phone. She stomped her foot in frustration. Fine. If you won't answer, I have other ways to get your attention. Zoey ran outside and began to shout. Blaine, let me in! Open the door, let me in! Blaine! Blaine! Blaine stood by the window, observing Zoey below, but didn't respond. The neighbors were all out looking at her. Suddenly, one of them dumped cold water on her from above, asking her to leave. Without a second thought, Blaine grabbed his jacket and rushed downstairs to her aid.
Zoey, can you be any more foolish?
He wrapped the jacket around her, revealing a mix of anger and relief in his eyes. They went upstairs, and Blaine provided her with dry clothes.
Once your clothes have finished drying, you'll leave without a question.
What did you have for lunch?
I said, you'll leave without a question.
The tension between them intensified as Blaine shouted aggressively at Zoey, sending a chill down her spine. What lies ahead for Zoey and Blaine's complicated relationship? Will Blaine's HIV test results be positive? And how will it impact their life? Will Blaine's decision to operate on the patient change his life for the worse?
It's almost evening, and you still haven't had your lunch. Blaine, don't you know how to take care of yourself?
Zoey, how I live is none of your concern. We've already discussed this. Please, leave my house immediately. I don't want you here.
I'm not leaving. Even if you push me out, I will stand downstairs and shout until you open the door for me again.
Don't you understand what I'm saying? You need to leave and not come back, Zoey. Please, get out.
I'm not going to leave. Blaine, you think you must have contracted this disease, right? But the results haven't even come out yet, and I don't want you to be alone.
Don't get involved with this mess. Go home. Go home and stay as far away from me as possible.
I swear I will be careful, Blaine. Just let me be here, please.
It's not just that. You know the wedding is in 2 weeks, Zoey. Do you still think you can stay here?
Zoey suddenly felt awkward at Blaine's mention of his wedding. Even though Zoey knew about it, hearing Blaine say it for the first time made it seem real.
Why don't you call Sophia and ask her to keep you company? It doesn't have to be me. I just don't want you to be alone.
I won't let her come.
But why? Sophia will be fine. HIV doesn't spread through friendly interactions. You're a doctor. You should know this.
She's my fiance. Do you think I'm just having friendly interactions with her?
Can't you just have a friendly relationship with her for a few days? What's wrong with you? Are you some beast that can't control yourself?
You know it, Zoey. You know all of it.
Zoey didn't say anything. Her cheeks were red and her hands started trembling.
Blaine, please.
And only you, Zoey, would come barreling in here to help me without a thought of fear in your mind.
What do you mean? Sophia hasn't come to see you?
Zoey, don't be so indignant. This is just reality.
Reality? It seems like you don't have a good impression of your mother's choice of wife.
Wait a minute. How did you know that she was my mom's chosen daughter-in-law?
Sophia. Sophia said it herself.
When?
Sophia said your mother liked her very much. What? Is there a problem?
No. It's just... Oh my god, your wet hair has ruined my carpet. Can you please go dry it?
You never did like confrontation, and you still don't. Some things never change, I guess.
I'm going to sleep. You stay if you want, leave if you want. I don't care.
Okay. You know I'm staying, right?
Fine. I'll be up by dinner time. Why don't you finally do something useful for once and cook dinner?
What I am going to do is ignore your arrogance for today. I'll run down to the market and do some grocery shopping.
Please don't make me lose my appetite.
Oh, be quiet, Blaine.
While Blaine slept, Zoey finished making Blaine's favorite risotto and also did some cleaning around the house.
Maybe I should hire you permanently. Even my house help doesn't do such a good job.
If you're done taunting, please have some dinner.
Well, well. What is it for dinner?
Your favorite.
My tastes have changed.
Not from what I have seen.
Let me guess. Have you made risotto?
Yes. The mushroom one you love.
Impressive. I guess something good came out of you coming here.
How is it?
Oh, this is really good.
Thank you. I knew you would like it. Here, try some garlic bread too.
Blaine was happily enjoying the dinner, and Zoey was looking at his beautiful face.
Blaine?
Yes?
Do you regret doing that surgery?
Never. If I didn't do it, the patient's condition would have worsened.
I really admire what you do, Blaine.
Thank you, Zoey. And thank you for the food as well. I appreciate you coming here.
Well, I better take your leave. When will the results be in?
In 2 days' time.
Please let me know when they do, Blaine.
I promise you. You'll be the first to know after me, no matter what the outcome is. I will not hide it from you. Yes? You what?
Blaine, if one day, if there ever really comes a day when everyone else in the world abandons you, believe me when I say this, I'll definitely be there for you. As long as I am alive, you will never be alone. I'll always be there for you. I'll always be your friend.
Goodbye, Zoey.
Goodbye, Blaine.
Zoey went to her office the next day and saw an envelope lying on her table. As Zoey opened the envelope, her heart skipped a beat. The letter inside revealed Blaine's test results. Trembling, Zoey unfolded the paper and her eyes focused on the bold, capitalized word, negative. The letter slipped from her hands as she covered her face, tears streaming down.
Thank you, God. Thank you.
After 2 weeks of isolation, Blaine made a hero's entrance into his office. Everyone around him was cheering and clapping for him.
You are a hero, Dr. Dexter.
There is so much to learn from you, Dr. Dexter, and we have been waiting for you to be back.
Come on, guys. It's our job to save lives.
But Dr. Dexter, you risked your own life to save someone else's.
Well, okay. Now everyone back to work.
Blaine went to his office and was settling down when he heard a soft knock on the door. Looking up, he saw Zoey standing there.
You're quite the talk of the town today, Dr. Dexter, and knowing you, you'd probably run away from all this adoration and attention.
I just feel that all this praise isn't necessary. I'm just like any other doctor. I was just doing my job.
You are being too humble. As I've said before, being able to be your patient is a blessing. You are definitely not just like any other doctor. Blaine, congratulations.
Congratulations for what?
Congratulations on returning to your beloved profession, of course.
Thank you, Zoey. I didn't really get to thank you properly either. I really appreciate what you did for me.
You don't have to thank me, Blaine. I told you, I will always be standing by your side, even if nobody else does.
Saying that, Zoey turned around and walked away, heading down the long corridor. Blaine hadn't asked Zoey to stay, but as he watched her walk away, his heart grew heavier. Just then, Sophia walked in from the other side.
Blaine, why didn't you tell me when the results came in? I was worried for nothing. I only found out after hearing another doctor at the club talking about you.
It must have slipped my mind.
Sorry, Blaine, have you been mad that I didn't come to see you these past few weeks?
No.
It's good that you aren't mad. You made me so nervous. I'm really sorry. I wasn't ignoring you. I've just been so busy recently with our wedding plans and the house design and all.
Sophia, no need to explain so much to me. I didn't care at all.
It's good that you're not angry. Why don't you join me for lunch today?
Sorry, I can't. My shift just started, so I'm a bit busy. Another time?
All right then. Call you soon.
As Sophia left, Blaine could think of nothing but what Zoey had done for him. Will Zoey's affection rekindle Blaine's love for her? Will Sophia find out about Zoey visiting Blaine at his house? Will this affect Sophia and Blaine's soon-to-be wedding?
Hi, Blaine here. Hope you're loving Rekindled Heartache. Keep following us as we release new episodes of Rekindled Heartache Season 1 on YouTube. If you wish to jump the queue and unlock all seasons of the audio series, you can install the Pocket FM app by clicking on the link in the description. To watch the next episode of Season 1, tap here. And to watch the full Season 1, click on the playlist.